Like, look at my drip, look at my swag. I ain't tryna brag. My bitch so bad, it look like. Look at my smile, I'm going so wild. Take a look at me now. I'm over here, so go crazy, go crazy, go crazy. Daddy brought me here, so go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy. My daddy gave me some gifts, I'm spending it all on my wrist. My necklace is cold as the fridge, I'm spending it all on some whips. I'm taking some trips up to Cali, girl, like she working for Valley. You want her to be so sad, you know that you want her so badly. Maybe the way that I talk, maybe the way that I floss, the way that I talk, maybe the way that I fall. Steady receiving them calls, I can't help it all. I count that money up until the silk. Need a million for every chick this cash. I feel like look at my drip, look at my swag. I ain't tryna brag, my bitch so bad. They looking like, look at my smile. I'm going so wild. Take a look at me now. I'm over here, so go crazy, go crazy, go crazy. Daddy brought me here, so go crazy, go crazy, go crazy, go crazy. I'm tripping and I'm dripping in this whip. When I was broke, I swear I never seen this shit now. Flying baddies all the way to Cali. Couple million in the bank, you can't stop me. I'm moving in the fast lane. I got such money on the floor. You should know.
Hey. 60-second countdown. 60-second countdown. 60-second countdown.
My bitch so bad. They look like, look at my smile. I'm going so wild. Take a look at me now. I'm over here, so go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Daddy want me, so
Go crazy.
go crazy.
Ooh, 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 ooh. And we are here. It is 12 noon, y'all. And you already know what time it is. It's prime time with your girl, Lily Mae, aka Senoj. And y'all know we do not do CP time around here. So it's 12 noon and we about to get it rocking and rolling. So today, I already told you, we are taking a stroll down memory lane and making history all in one episode. Yes, today is about paying homage, respect, and love to those who have come before us to pave the way for those who are currently up and coming, those who are currently working, and those who aspire to work in this industry. So, the first young lady to grace the platform, they call her the sweetest DJ on the ones and twos because she can create a mood for any crowd in any genre feature. Like, have you ever seen someone who can cater to your taste that never met you? She did that for me today when I saw her with this bad hat on. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll be the first to tell you. DJ Ressie Cups is up for the task. She is vibrant. She is vivacious. She is truly a musical vixen. And she is here today to grace the platform. What's up?
What's up, mama? How you doing? What an introduction, like for real.
I am great. I am great. I am great. And I'm so happy to have you here. I love it. And it's so ironic that you're the sweetest and
Listen,
your DJ Reese Cups, because baby, I like that peanut butter.
hey, listen, I try to cater to everybody. Can't go wrong with a Reese
Yes.
cup, right?
So look, let's dive in because I'm excited to have you here. And the funny thing is, you are the first female DJ
Mm.
out here on my platform.
Oh, wow.
So, baby, hello somebody.
Okay.
So I'm elated because you really have really struck noise and made a whole lot of noise in the male dominated industry. And I think we females really are stepping up and doing some things. So talk to me about your journey. What has it been like?
Awesome. I've been DJing for 12 years, almost 13 years coming up. I started out in doing little poetry scene, R&B soul nights and things like that in Orlando, Florida. Then I worked my way up and started doing club residencies and traveling the world. And my
Okay.
first club residence was at Pulse Orlando nightclub in Orlando, Florida. And
Oh,
yes, that was my first club residency. Although I had been DJing probably about 6 years, 7 years up until that night happened prior to. So yeah, then after the night of the mass shooting that happened, because I was there that night, so I took a break from DJing for about a year or so, relocated to Atlanta, then started traveling. I traveled to London, Paris, Amsterdam, Canada, Cuba, all these places
mhm.
DJing. And in that travel, learning to really love music in a different way that's beyond hip hop. So when you travel to all these different countries and things like that, you get to hear what their music sounds like and what moves their thousands and millions of people and things like that. So doing all of that, moved to Atlanta, got into doing radio, I've worked with Love and Hip Hop. I've worked with Housewives of Atlanta. I've worked with Young Jock. I've worked with Kaya, Trina. I've worked with, it's so many, 95 South. Like I've worked with a lot of different people. So, I've had the pleasure of even doing some work with Akon and Zaytoven and things like that. So for me, it's just been a journey of, yeah. So for me, it's just been a journey of doing good business with people, and making sure that everything that I do it well, so that at the end of the day, my name is in good standings no matter what. No one can ever say Ressie is late. Ressie don't ever show up. She always, got a nasty attitude. Nothing like that. I always want to represent, especially female DJs. We tend to get a bad name because it's sad in the industry, especially even in the DJ world. A lot of the female DJs have to sell sex. So their level of notoriety is based on sex, not talent. And so I try to be the opposite and be based on talent and just be a pretty DJ. So
Hello, and you know what's funny? Let me plug that because I wanna talk about a couple of things. Let me plug that, and I gotta correct myself. You are not the first female DJ to grace the platform, but you are the first melanated female DJ to grace the platform. Shout out to DJ Bruce Queen. She definitely was my first DJ, and I was like, hold up. When you said Zaytoven, I thought about Digital Dope and Rude Girl, but definitely. But Reese, let's go back.
Okay.
Because you said a couple of things.
Okay.
First and foremost, explain what a residency is, because people might not understand that. So I have a residency in my field.
Right.
You have a residency. So
right.
Let's make sure the people out there that don't feel like the music industry is a serious biz. Tell me what a residency for a DJ looks like.
A residency basically is a permanent job at a particular club or venue where you are the only DJ that you'll do every single night. If they pay you to do every single night, you're basically the club's DJ. And with that, you basically are the head of any DJ. So I had the residency at the club, and then there were a couple other DJs under me, but they didn't have residency. I DJ'd every night. And the club was big enough where they could have 3 or 4 DJs at a time in one club. You go into different rooms and you have different music sounds. So for me, I was the highest paid DJ there. I had a residency where I DJ'd every single night. And I just didn't DJ hip hop. I did my most popular night, honestly, and most people don't realize because they like, oh, well, you're a Black DJ, you're supposed to be hip hop, R&B, and all that. Honestly, my biggest nights catered to the Caucasian people, where I had to do EDM, house, dance, pop music, all of that. And then on my other nights, I did Latin nights, reggaeton, salsa, merengue, bachata, full time, like a full, yes, full nights of that type of music and sound. And I don't even speak Spanish. So for me to be in a place where I can do a full night of just Latin music and keep the crowd going, that in itself, for me was an accomplishment.
Wow. So, oh my gosh, guys. And if you're just checking in, it's Prime Time with your girl, Senoj. And I'm sitting here chopping it up with DJ Ressie Cups. Florida, man. But she at ATL now, baby, and she's doing the darn thing. She's doing the darn thing. So, all right. You have a significant story because music was a part of you. You used to sneak into your parents' cassette collection. Girl,
yes.
This how you know we were close to age, I guarantee you, but my parents were older. So I used to sneak into their, what was it, 35s and 28s or whatever, and be thinking I was mixing as a kid while it was when you had to put a penny on there to
balance it out.
Yeah. And I remember the 8-track adapter that you had to put the cassette in to make it work. So, yeah, I get it.
I remember 8-tracks riding in my grandmother's car with the 8. I'm like, Grandma, what is it? She's like, put it in the car. I'm like, oh, Lord.
I remember we had an 86 Cadillac Fleetwood Brown.
Oh.
But, okay, so when did you know, though, When did you know that this was destined for you? Because I know growing up
Mm-hmm.
in our families,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but school was pushed, education was pushed because
Mm.
my parents were actually not even baby boomers; they were of that traditionalist generation.
Mm.
So their outlook for the future of their millennial kids that they were raising
Mm-hmm.
while they were like in their 60s and 70s
Right.
was go to school because you're gonna have to work twice as hard. So even though we had a musical family, you're not going into the music industry. You going into something where you gonna make a real difference. But look where I am now. Even though I have a career, look where I am now. So my question to you is, when did you know, and how did you kind of push for it?
I grew up in the church, so I was always around. I was a singer in church. I sang in a choir. Then I moved over to playing bass guitar and things like that. So I've always grown up with music around me. But my parents and my parents are of the baby boomer age. So they come out of that. So education is big for them. They both got college degrees and all of that. But my grandmother was an entrepreneur. My grandmother owned 3 businesses and worked a regular job as well, a factory job. Growing up in the deep South, factory work was really big. So
Yeah.
my grandmother taught me entrepreneurship and to work for yourself, because she would go to work, her regular job, 9 to 5, come home, and she had a hair business. She had her own salon out of her house. She had her own restaurant where a barbecue restaurant where she would have food served and all of that. She also was a seamstress. So I took that role on from my grandmother. My parents have always been supportive of me not going a traditional route, although I did go to school and all that stuff. I did do all of that. So for me, once I got out of school and I tried to get into the corporate world, like I worked corporate world for a very long time. I did. And I got
I know.
tired of it. And I was like, I'm done. Like, I can't do it anymore. Like it's hard mentally when you're in a position where you control someone's destiny in corporate world, basically, whether you have a job or not tomorrow. That was my role. So that's a hard place to be. So I decided to walk away completely from corporate America and dive right into DJing probably about 8 years ago. So I've been DJing, solely DJing, my whole income DJing was, I left all corporate America just to do that. So that was really when I knew when I was in Orlando DJing and doors started to open up for me, that I never thought would be able to open up to me. When you can interact and work with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Cash Doll and Atlanta Housewives, Megan Good, and all these different people. I was able to do that through my DJing, and not only that, do corporate events with people. I was able to be JetBlue's corporate DJ for 2 years. I was
As
able
you made those connections,
with
relationships,
people. Yes.
and I'm so glad you're speaking that, because so many people think just because I flash money to these people, that means we're connected. Anybody will take your money,
Yeah.
but that relationship that you build,
Yeah.
we have to stop thinking about quick fixes and think about
Mm-hmm.
sustainability.
You're right.
And what I hear you saying is, I created sustainable relationships.
Yes. Yes, definitely. I always felt like it was more about the relationship of it and not the fame or becoming this big time famous person and trying to boost my numbers on social media. I'm not a big numbers person, so for me, social media numbers don't mean anything. I could go buy a
Yeah.
million followers for you right now and buy a blue check mark, and by Monday y'all would think I was popping. But I would rather have, but what can I do with those millions of followers? I only have 5,700, I think, followers on Instagram.
That's
But
it.
out of that, I can do something with those 5,700 that someone with a million
Hello,
followers can't
somebody.
do. So, so for me, it's really more so about the relationship with people and things like that. Like even like DJ Roots, I know her. Like we've done some work up in Atlanta together. That's my girl for real. I love her. She's a great female DJ and things like that. And so for me, it's relationship based. I don't care about numbers and things like that. I've always been about the relationship because I can reach somebody in my 5700 that can get some business done that a lot of people with a million can't reach and get nothing done with. So for me, it's really more about the relationship. You know, I have corporate people that follow me, presidents and CEOs of companies and things like that. You know, I've worked with Michael Kors and all these, you know, different Disney I've worked with and Universal and, you know, Radisson, the Radisson Hotel entity and all of that because I've done corporate stuff with them and they found me in nightclubs. How about that? And because the quality of my
And they
work was so
respect you.
good. Exactly. And the quality of my work was so good. People always talk really great about me. Oh, DJ Ressie Cup. Yeah, she's dope. I've heard of her. You guys definitely need to get her. Very professional because I know how to cater to those people in their times when they need a DJ. And the relationships that stay connected. And I keep those relationships now. You know, I've done stuff with Urban Outfitters. They done a whole write-up on me on their page where I was their representative in 2017, 2016. So, you know, I
Yeah.
played and traveled with EDC, which they cater their big festival, music festival, and they do 100,000 people
Yeah.
in 2 days. So, you know, I keep these relationships, and that's the most important thing is building a relationship with people and not just trying to get a quick fix or building my numbers up. Numbers mean nothing to me. Only numbers that matter to me is the numbers in my bank account. Period.
Babe, you know what? Plug it. Plug it. Because you just put a word. You are a woman after my own heart. You know, somebody was saying to me, well, we got to get your numbers up, you know, for people to take you seriously.
Nope.
But you're here. My next guest
Yeah.
is here.
Yeah.
Darren Henson was here a couple of weeks ago. Cassidy thought I was good enough to
Mm-hmm.
come on the platform. You know, so I'm with you, and I say that all the time. I hate it that we are classified, you know, by our numbers because what I'm finding is like you said, I'll see people with 14,000 views on the video with no comment. I'm like, well, how did that happen? Well, I finally found out somebody taught me about ad views the other day. I
Yeah.
said, what does that mean?
Yeah.
But what are the views if you're not getting any substance? You know what? My phrase, and please feel free to use it. Your quantification has nothing on my qualification. Hello, somebody.
Exactly. At all. At
So these
all.
are because tell everybody where they can find you, and also I want you to drop some jewels for those that are coming behind you.
Wow. Well, they dropping jewels on me. I'm trying to catch they jewels. But I will say you can find me on all social media at DJ Ressie Cups. My website is DJ Ressie Cups, Instagram, Twitter. My Facebook is DJ Ressie Cup, but I have two Facebooks. So I have the DJ Ressie Cup Facebook, and then I have the Sharice Young Facebook. So you can find me on either one of those. But I my advice to anybody, this is just for anybody. Don't be so focused on what you see. You need to focus on the unseen and the unknown and continue to work and hustle and grind your way through whatever it is you're doing. And
Mm,
success isn't measured by what your numbers are. Success is measured by what you are and what you become in that. So that's literally my advice. Work hard. You know, I worked 12, 13 years at where I'm at to now be radio DJ and club DJing and still being able to do what I do and also creating opportunities for other artists and people like of that nature. You know, I work with indie artists right now and younger DJs that haven't been DJing as well, kind of giving them the path and giving them the knowledge and the information that they need to make their careers successful. I do a music review every Tuesday, 7 p.m., and I bring in different DJs from across the country who are radio DJs. I bring in
yeah.
radio program directors and we listen to indie artists and let them know if they're radio ready, like what, and if they're not radio ready, we give them feedback on that. I work with Empire Record, one of their executives. He comes in the live as well and gives feedback. He's also a music producer, Grammy award winning music producer that, yeah. And, so I work with these people. I work with a celebrity music influencer. She also does a lot of the business side, because music isn't music without music business. So we give indie artists the information on how to get your music copyright, your LLCs, your BMIs, your ASCAPs, all of that, because those are things that a lot of artists don't know. Oh, they say, I want to be in the music business. I want to be rich. I want to be famous, but you don't know how to handle your business. And you can't get on radio or any of these platforms without handling your business. So we give them these tools and stuff. Yeah. So that's what I do. And that's what I will continue to do. And I don't do this for any type of gain money wise. I offer this service for free. I'm an MP3 wax DJ, so I do a lot of stuff with them as well. And that's really what it is. I don't do a lot of stuff for the financial gain of it. Trust me, my bank account would reflect it.
Turn that sunshine down. Baby. You know what, DJ Ressie Cups? Thank you for gracing the platform today.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Oh my! But you know what? This is not the end. So we will connect post show, and yeah, because what you're doing is what a lot of us are doing behind the scenes.
Right.
But nobody believes that the business part is the most important part.
Correct.
And thank you for bringing that out. DJ Ressie Cups, thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Peace and love, my dear.
Peace, mama.
Guys, you just heard from DJ Ressie Cups, and she is dope. She is the sweetest DJ on the ones and twos. Hence her name, DJ Ressie Cup. But guess what? Now, we're going to slow it down. We're going to take it back. And while we're having this conversation, we are going to honor a legend in the game. A while ago, we lost someone very near and dear to the music industry, Antoine T.C.D. Lundy. He was a member and a singer of the contemporary R&B group Force MDs. Today, we have another member of Force MDs with us, and it's his brother, Stevie D. Stevie!
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm good. Just enjoying the day.
I'm so happy to have you here. Wow. This is it's bigger than me. It's beyond me. To have you here, to grace the platform, you are a legend. And so I'm honored that you took this opportunity to be with me today. You could have been anywhere else doing anything else, but you're here, and I'm honored. So let's jump right in.
Yeah, let me give a shout out to Kevin Gray, who put me on to this. Kevin Gray.
I was about to say it. You took it right out of my mouth. Kevin, let me tell you something. Kevin is so dope. He go hard.
He does.
Kevin is a genuine spirit. He has been in contact with me day in and day out, making sure that I had all the music, even the new release and the book. And I'm ready for this book, baby. Hello, I'm ready for this book.
Yeah.
So, but look, I gotta give you the floor. Stevie D, tell me in the world, who is Stevie D?
Well, I'm Stevie D from the group Force MDs. Oh, yeah. All right, please do. All right, from the legendary group Force MDs. We're from Staten Island, New York. We came out in 1984. We are one of the architects of the R&B hip hop sound. Before a lot of people, we one of the first, and it took us a journey. We came from singing in the projects, in front of our buildings, in front of people, and
Yeah.
we're a family-orientated group. Most of us are family. We started out singing in Staten Island, talent shows, and then we went to singing on the Staten Island Ferry, where we seen a gentleman singing country songs with a guitar, and it gave us an idea that, hey, if this guy can make money, we can make money. If we out here winning talent shows, we can make some money on this boat instead of being out in these stores doing what we doing as wild young kids. But we knew that God gave us a gift. He gave us a singing gift. So with that, we started singing on a ferry, and everybody loved us in the boat. They started giving us large sums of money. We put our head out for donations, and we pretty much made that like a living. Like, hey, if you're broke, let's hit the boat. That was our thing. It's a half-hour ride from Manhattan to Staten Island. It goes back and forth all day. And we did that and bumped into a gentleman by the name of Mr. Magic, who was like the biggest DJ in New York at the time. He had a show called The Rap Attack,
Okay.
and he seen us singing on the
Oh.
boat. Hey man, you guys got something here. We was called the Fantastic LDs, singing on the boat. That stands for Lundy's and Daniels. Yeah, it's Jesse. Jesse is our uncle of me, Khalil, and T.C. And he seen us singing.
Okay.
And he said, hey, I want you guys to come audition for this guy named Tom Silverman, who's the owner of Tommy Boy Records, which most of you heard of Africa Bambaataa with Planet Rock. That was such a huge record. So
Yeah.
we auditioned for him. We all went to an audition, and he signed us on the spot. Now, me, myself, I was in the LDs, and I was also in a group called Force MCs. We were the first rappers, like rappers to come out of Staten Island, to go uptown to the
Oh.
Bronx, Queens, and all that to make a name for ourselves. Because people thought Staten Island was like the forgotten borough. So we just did that on the rap. And me, Mercury, Dr. Rock, and I had a cousin named Lord K1. We uh we made that noise there. So, but when we signed with Tommy Boy, my brother Khalil of the LDs went into the mosque. So the Force MCs joined with the LDs. And when they asked what were you guys gonna name the group, instead of us having two names, they named us Force MDs.
Oh my! You know what's crazy? I would have. Oh my gosh! That just made so much sense. It all came together for me. Got it. So Stevie,
Mm-hmm.
which voice is yours? What is your vocal part?
My brother TC did a lot of. I'm a tenor. I'm a tenor also. Yeah, I got
I come through together.
I'm the middle voice. I got the middle voice in the group. My brother TC,
Uh-huh.
yeah, my brother TC led a lot of the big hits. Turn to Love, Love Is a House, Tears. But we all sing. We all take turns on things. But TC did. He landed a lot of the bigger hits. And we all sung songs that's just album cuts. Just on the
Mm.
yeah
And we salute him. We definitely
yeah
salute him.
yeah because
We definitely yes.
it's like we have to salute Mercury and Trisco also because they also passed away from the group. Mercury and Trisco.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
three that passed away.
Wow.
The TC's my brother. Mercury's like my second cousin, and Trisco's like really like best like one of our best friends. So three members passed away. So right now, uh, from the group, we have my uncle Jesse, who started with us also. He's
Okay.
pursuing a solo career. He's still doing his solo things. So right now, me, my brother Khalil, and my
Okay.
nephew Zaim are still like holding down the legacy of the group. We're still out here touring, making songs, and doing what we're doing right now for the Force MDs.
So all right. Now we're gonna come back to the music,
Yes.
but you have something else going on. There's a book somewhere circulating.
Yes.
Tell
Yes.
us a little bit about this book.
The book is called Necessary Force. Uh, it's a book really rendering my life, growing up in Staten Island and the plus being in the group and how the group got made and how we all combined together and did what we did for the struggle that got us to make it in the music business. And it's about, some of my past relationships and, women I dealt with in my past and, how it's hard to juggle when you're in the entertainment business and being married or having a girlfriend when you travel in all these cities and all the temptations that come with it. Sometimes it's really hard to deal with. And I just go through a lot of that stuff, some of my kids that were born and how I felt. It's a great book, great story. I'm not just saying for y'all, I'm saying I'm sure people will like the
I
book.
believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. And I'm so glad you mentioned that because I think this generation now, that's what they long for. They long for being seen. They long to belong. The hardest thing for me is working in this industry, but by day, I'm a behavioral health clinician, right? And I look at these children who long to be noticed. Now,
Hmm.
just imagine that void, and you get into this industry. You already know what's going to happen. And I think that what you're saying, to me, what you're saying, your book is about, it's about the industry. It's raw and uncut.
Yes, about that
And
too.
from your heart, though, from your heart and from your
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, because right now, artists nowadays have it so much easier than we did back then, because they have access to everything, all the internet, Instagram, and all that. We didn't have that back in the 80s.
That's it.
We
That's it.
didn't have that. They got so much just right there in your face. You make a song, they'll hear it the second it's finished. They can just download it. Everybody and their mother can hear it. That's how the difference with the industry is now. You don't need record companies like you used to. You can make your own video from your phone. You can make a video from your phone now. It's like back then, videos cost $200,000. This 300. Some people go up even further, but it was like so much they get that and then they take it out of your money when you get your royalties. It's so much recoupment that happened back in the 80s and 90s, but don't
Tell
happen
it.
now.
Tell it. Thank you. And you know what? See, this is why this platform is here. Guys, if you're just checking in, you are checking in to Prime Time with your girl Senoj, and I am blessed to be sitting here with Stevie D of the legendary group Force MDs. And guess what, baby? They still making music.
Yes.
Still making music.
Yeah.
You
You know,
know, you're needed.
yeah.
Your words of wisdom and knowledge, and this is why this platform exists, because these kids today need to know. And see, I call anybody a babe in the industry that doesn't have the longevity that you and your peers have. Because the reality is that this is you guys' life. A lot of times now, these kids want to be in it as long as the glitz and glam are there. But
Exactly.
what I notice about, legends such as yourself, y'all eat, sleep, and breathe this life.
Yeah.
And you work.
Yeah. Yeah. What you said earlier is really true. You have a lot of these artists that don't pay homage to the people that paved the way for them. They just like hell with them. Give me my money. Let me make my money. And it's that this is how they do. I can't control what they do. With this, that's how they do. You know, just even like with rap, because it wouldn't have been an idea of rap if they didn't hear the rappers from the 80s, Sugar Hill Gang, Furious Five, and all those guys, Grandmaster Flash and Furious Five, and those guys. They wouldn't have the idea in their head to know that, hey, if I put a beat together and rap, I can make a lot of money. They wouldn't know that if they didn't do it. So let them hear it growing up as babies coming up hearing rap music on the radio. It was an idea that became a billion-dollar industry just from an idea of people like in the Bronx, because a lot of it started out in the Bronx. It's like kids with nothing else to do. They just came up with that whole concept of rapping. Boom. Now it's like these rappers is making triple the money that any rapper made back in the days. They make that in a day, one show. You got rappers making $300,000-$400,000 a show. That's how you know rap really took off. And they don't even know half the artists that paved the way. They don't know their names, don't know what they did. They don't do their homework. I think it's worth doing your homework at least so you could know where this art form that you're doing, making all this money. You should do your history and check where it all came from.
Say it one more time. This what form?
It's art form.
Oh, okay.
Art form of music. That you're making all this money from. I just think, come on, you can do your homework. You're super rich now. Do your homework and pay homage to the people that say, hey, I like the pioneers that made this possible for us because we would know nothing about rap if they didn't do it. We just jumped on a bandwagon with our own flavor to it. It's all good, though. I can't force them to pay their homage, but it'll be nice. It'll be a nice gesture. That's
what this platform is here for. That's what this platform is here for to bring awareness and to bring exposure. And that's a part of why I even created Primetime. So on Tuesday nights, everybody knows I do It's Consulting Time with Lily Mae. And that's for our independent artists. That platform is really solely for independent artists. Sometimes I bring mainstream artists on. But Primetime is for you guys. It's to pay respect and homage and just to let you know. We salute you.
Right.
We respect you. We love you and we still need you. It feels so good for me to be able to shoot you a message and say, hey, this kid needs to really understand what the discipline is that's needed. You think you can help me get him some oomph? Because you know. And the other part of it is you've gone through this thing in a different way because you've gone through being a part of two groups, having a merger group, losing people close to you, and having to figure out how you're going to keep going. See, that's the part that they need to understand. So right now, y'all that's out here listening, and y'all that are listening even when it's not live, you need to get his book. You need to get his book. And you need to read his story. And then you need to go over to his Instagram and you need to follow him on Instagram and run his numbers up. Because these are the legends that are the reason that all of us are able to stand here today and do what we do. If it weren't for you accepting this, I wouldn't have a platform. So I do salute you.
Appreciate it.
And all of the other legends.
Yes.
Who are still working. And see, y'all still working the way you used to work. Even though I know it's a challenge having to transition into this technological age.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
But you're here.
Yeah, that's it.
Working, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So drop the jewel. Well, you didn't already drop. Look, you didn't drop the doggone mic on them today. But what do you want to tell the world? What's next for Stevie D and the Force MDs?
Well, right now, until things start running back again like normal, we will still be out there on the road, be in the city near you, and we're gonna still just keep dropping music because we love music, and we're gonna keep dropping music. I always wonder sometimes, that this is always a theory that I have that we shouldn't. I wish we wasn't judged so much. Like when it comes to music on our age or color, I just wish music just can be music that a person can listen to without seeing, but hearing and feeling. Without seeing, because when they see, they judge. But just hearing and feeling in their heart. Like, hey, this is a great love song. I don't know who's singing it, but it's a great love song. You can have a guy 60 years old singing it, but you feel it because you feel the lyrics and the love. Right now they gotta say, oh, they don't look good enough. Hey, look, oh, he's fat. Hey, he's this. He's ugly. Oh, this they prejudge. They judge people.
Let me be the first to say, baby, you on here looking like the Colonel because you look good. You look real good.
Thank
And one thing about it, to me, I'm with you. I love good music.
That's it.
Honey, if the original Temptations could roll up in here right now and hit that Silent Night, I'll fall out on the floor. I'm not gonna go into cardiac arrest. I love good music. And there will never be. I'm sorry. I love the music of today. Auto tune has really made a lot of people rich. But
Yeah.
baby, when y'all come out with them voices and that it's a gift. It's a gift. But
Hey.
Stevie, thank you. Thank you for being with me today. Kevin, thank you for forging this relationship. I'm just so excited. And you already know whatever you need, whatever the group needs, you got me. I'm here. I will be that mouthpiece and it will be all right.
Hey, I appreciate being here, and I wish you the best to keep doing what you're doing. And all I can do is root for you and just hope for the best. And like I said before, some D's, we got a new song coming for Fly with You. That's our newest one. It's an inspirational song we made for people that passed over. Because a lot of people going through that right now on this
Yeah,
COVID-19 thing. So we made that, and it's just an inspirational song that we made just to going out the box for a minute. And peace and love to everybody. Look out for that on iTunes, Spotify, and all that. 99 cent, go get it. And
got it.
we'll be back soon.
All righty. Thank you so much, Stevie. And you enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
You too, sweetie. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Oh my God, guys, this was so dope. That was Stevie D of the legendary group Force MDs. And now that we paid homage to those who came before us, I want to present to you somebody that does embrace the fact that there are others out there who created what we are able to reap the benefit of today. Now, this gentleman is a Detroit native. His story really isn't like many other independent artists that we know of, right? This gentleman, not only does he come from music, but this gentleman comes from a very, very, very extremely prestigious family background. And that's important because you got to think about what you're up against in the industry. You got to think about what most record labels encounter when they are scouting for artists. So when you get an artist that come into your label and they speak the language and they walk it like they talk it, yeah, you know what? I can't even give it to you like I want to. Let me just bring him out. Razi, featured,
What's the deal?
featured on
What's
the
happening with you?
Fox
What up, though?
Show Star. How are you, baby?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good over here. Just left the club a matter of hours ago, doing your show on my way to a movie set right now as we speak. I wasn't expecting to be moving
Ooh,
like
I
this,
feel
but hey.
so special. I feel special.
Yeah, we
So,
making
all
it
right, Razi,
happen,
because you're
man.
driving.
I'm thankful to have you on here.
Oh, thank you. Well, look, I know you're driving,
Yeah.
so we gonna do this. You keep your eyes on the road. I'm gonna keep my eyes on you, and you keep your eyes on the road.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, let's
So,
get it. Let's
Razi,
get it.
I'm gonna let you talk. I don't want you to have to answer a whole lot of questions, so I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Okay.
Who are you in this industry?
I'm the game changer.
Oh,
I'm the one that's gonna come through and I'm the one that's gonna come through and remind people what a musician is, because I feel like we lacking musicians, people who have real experience when it comes to different instruments, not just getting on a song and just saying random things. I'm talking about I really come from the SOS band background, the Isley Brothers background. I'm bringing that and I'm incorporating that in with the hip hop.
Woo! The game changer. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a game.
Well, and you said the Isley
Yeah,
brothers. Oh, that did something to my Shondio.
yeah, yeah. I'm about that
So,
real music, man. Like I love it.
okay, all right. So, Razi, so let's talk background because you don't have the same background as most artists that I work with, have come in contact with, and most of the new artists that's coming into the industry. So, tell me a little bit about how you grew up.
I grew up. I always like to talk about this one specific time, which was, I guess, it's a specific time in my life. Well, my dad is a bass player, so I just always remember my dad always having rehearsals at the house. So I would have every instrument, every musician you could think of, bass player, drummer, piano player, singer, background singer, saxophone. That would all be in my basement. My dad had a recording studio in the basement, and I would always be down there and just being in tune in the middle of them rehearsing and working on things. And I would pick up my guitar. Sometimes they would let me play along with them because I know how to play. And I think that's the biggest thing that kind of that differentiates me, that makes me different from everybody else inside the game, is that I have that real background. Like I can do this. It's different. Hmm.
Wow. So, oh my gosh. And that had to be dope playing music with your dad and his friends and being around these legends and these
Yeah,
people that are truly paving the way. And that's why you have a different spirit and a newfound respect. But you were in the band and you played what? The bass, the guitar, the piano, and drums. But what did you play in the band?
yep. Um, in school, I played the bass and jazz band. I played the drums and
Okay.
marching band, the snare drum.
Ah,
Hmm.
okay, okay,
But
okay.
piano is my main instrument though. Piano is my bag.
You don't want look, you're trying to tickle the ivory with me. That's not what you want to do. Are you serious? So, all right. Is that what you like to do? Do you like to play while you're performing, or would you rather create your beats and then sing to the beats or flow to the beats? What do you like?
I'm about to start playing while I perform. My brother, I have a EP that came out earlier this year called Heart Canvas. My brother just did a whole live instrument version of the EP, so that's gonna be coming out next.
Okay.
Um, so when I do the actual live version of my album and I
Hmm.
go on tour, my plan is to have my brother play piano and have my dad playing the bass while I'm saying, in my band. I may have a segment when I go and play something myself, but I know I'm about to have my family in my band.
It's a family affair. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Love that. And you know what? Once
I
again,
done lost your sound.
you lost me. Oh no! You know what probably happened? Someone may have called you or texted you and you lost the sound. Can you hear me now?
Dang. I done
So
lost
I
the
think
sound.
he lost the sound. So what we're gonna do, I want you to listen to a little bit of his music and hopefully we can get the sound back. This is a song that he has with one of our Sky 4 artists, O'Dane Gibson. Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
Like, look at my swag. I ain't tryna brag. My bitch so bad. They look like, look at my smile. I'm going so wild. Take a look at me now. I'm over me. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. They want me. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. Go crazy. My baby was feeling some gifts. I'm spending it on my wrist. Yeah. I'm looking for colors and friends. I'm spending it on some whips. Yeah. I'm tipping some shit up in Cali. Girl, like she looking for battle. Yeah. You on her being so sad. You know that you want it so badly. Maybe the way that I talk. 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 I can't have a dog. I got the money up until the flip. Still leaving millions. But that shit just catch a feel like look at my drip. Look at my swag. I ain't tryna brag. My bitch so bad. They look like, look at my smile.
And that's just a little teaser. That's just a little teaser. We're gonna bring Razi back in, but that's just a little teaser, just so you can kind of hear what he has going on. But look, now that we got him back, let's go ahead and Razi. So, where do you get your inspiration for your music? Like, how do you write your own music? First of all,
Yeah, I write everything. Yeah, I'm really big on writing it. I talk about life experiences, whatever I'm going through. Um, so if I've been in the club like since I've been in Atlanta, I've been in the clubs a lot. So that's why this
okay,
album that just came out yesterday, Wave, is really club based because I'm like, man, I really feel like I got the pulse of Atlanta and I see the bounce that they have, the way that they're moving through the city, and I wanted to pay my homage. So this last project was some club music. You know what I'm saying? I've been
okay,
performing a lot. Um, but the album before that was called Hard Canvas, and that was really based off of my real life of what I was going through with love and relationships and being in the industry. You know, like everything that happens in my life. You know, all real life stories.
okay. So Razi, so let's just I'm gonna hit you hard with this one. I'm about to hit you real hard, so I'm gonna bring you back in close so you can
Okay.
see exactly how I'm coming. So you just said something. You said that your music talks about your life experiences, being in the industry with love and things of relationships. Do you find that is significantly harder for you to maintain specific types of relationships, being that you are in the industry and you are a very, very handsome African American male? And I think,
Yeah.
that's something that a lot of people don't really, you're what we would call the total package. So is it hard for you?
Like to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's really based upon what type of woman you're with. You
Hmm.
got to have somebody that understands you. So I have the type right now. It's like, yes, I have a lot of female fans. Like I'm primarily women fans, and I love my fans to death. Like I love them. You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate all of them, but I got the type of woman that understands that I'm not gonna take nothing too far. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm responsible enough to know that where I can go and where I can't go when it comes to the women that come around me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that means a
Yeah,
lot. That means a lot. You respect yourself first and foremost, and you respect the person
yeah,
that holds the master key at this moment in time. And that's dope. That's dope. So Raji,
yeah.
tell us what's next and where everybody can find it.
Okay, so what's next is what just dropped yesterday. Wave is out on all streaming platforms. Type in Razi, WAVE. I am the new wave. You know what I'm saying? That's what this was. You can find me on social media everywhere. Razi TV, Razi underscore TV. YouTube got all my music videos. Razi Space TV. We just dropped that Go Crazy video with me and O'Dane Gibson. Shout out to my boy. And
Hey, oh dang.
yeah, yeah. And I just did a song with Ben J from the New Boys. Yeah, jerk. Yeah, jerk. We just dropped that video yesterday
I
too.
know.
So yeah.
Wow. So Raji, also let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Razi underscore TV. RAZI underscore TV, man.
Yes, 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 yes. Shout out to Razi, y'all. You know he's the
Yeah,
CEO of his own independent record label, Melodic Island. I like.
yeah.
All right, so Razi, what jewels can you drop for those artists that are coming behind you? Because you know we got some little ones that they ready too.
Yeah. Um, Stay consistent. Don't let nobody tell you what you can do and what you can't do. That's all on you. I'm gonna just leave it
All
like
right,
that.
stay consistent. Be true to you, guys. Ravi, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you
I'm
for
so
having me.
excited. I can't wait to keep
Thank you.
rocking out to this music. You see, I have to do my side twerk when that song come on. I gotta do
Oh
the side
yeah.
twerk. You know, when you get
You
older,
gotta
you
listen
can't
to
really twerk no more.
You can still do it. Hey, remember
Don't
I told you about
encourage
the
me.
Isley Brothers and SOS band? Listen to Caddy Feet, and then I got a Caddy Feet live version. Go listen to that.
Okay. All right,
Go
I
listen
can
to
do
that,
that. I can do that.
and you gonna rock with it. You know what I'm saying?
Am I gonna lean
All
with it,
right,
rock with it, or I'm just
all right.
gonna rock with it? Razi, thank you
Caddy
so
Caddy
much.
Feet gonna have you want to go sip some wine, and Caddy Feet gonna have you wanting to go sip some wine. Chill.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, just look. That's our off-camera conversation. But Razi, thank you so much. You be safe, keep your eyes on the road, and we will talk soon. All right, guys. Prime time with your girl Sanaj was so dope today. We took a stroll down memory lane and we still had an opportunity to bring it back and really embrace what's forthcoming. I'm your girl Lily Mae. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. I hope everybody has an awesome Saturday. And I hope today you definitely got a lot of jewels, but we brought you joy and the justice is still to come. Have a great day, everyone.